Hey everyone, welcome to the reading. This one's going to be a little bit different from the things that have normally popped up on my channel, just because I was really called to do a important message for the collective. So I feel like something's going on, something is here that whoever is watching really needs to hear. So I have some oracle cards here. I have Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. I have magical spell cards, Spirit Animal Oracle. And then I have some tarot cards just to see exactly what this is about. I'm not even sure. It feels like something important. Okay, so let's start with Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. What is this message that Spirit wants me to deliver to the collective? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the prison wave, self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. So I feel like whatever is driving this message is the fact that a lot of us are probably feeling this way right now. There's probably a lot of feeling of lack. This card always gives a very strong Five of Pentacles energy to me. So, I mean, there could be some self-sabotage going on. Judging by the way we talk to ourselves, maybe it's just a lot of things that are just like, oh, well, I don't really deserve this. I don't really know if I can do this. I don't like things like that, right? So the first card that came out was the Lady of the Mirror, which is reflection and non-judgment. So this feels like a call to us as a collective to really take a deep look at ourselves, right? Just really take a good look, no judgment, as it says, and really consider what it is we're seeing. Take stock of our life, our relationships, the choices we've been making, where those have led to us, or led us to, sorry. Know what they have led to us as well. Interestingly, that came out both ways, I guess. So yeah, they're calling for a lot of reflection. It feels kind of like shadow work, right? Really delving into the things that pull us to the negative side of energy. Because the other card that we had come out here is the Sun Dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. So it kind of feels like if we take the time to really do some of this shadow work, look at ourselves, what we've been doing, what's been working, what hasn't been, and I feel make the appropriate changes, there can be some abundance coming in. We might actually be a lot happier when we realize the ways in which we sabotage ourselves. Because often we don't really recognize that we're doing it. You know, it'll just be things that we've always done, and we realize, well, wait, I have always done this and it still isn't working. So maybe I need to change that, right? Let's check in with the Spirit Animal Oracle, please. What is the message that Spirit would like me to deliver? Yeah. I mean, this is Spirit's just repeating itself now. Swan Spirit, take time for a deep dive. Time to really go within. Do some dark night of the soul. Do some shadow work. Have a hermit experience, right? Go within, find what it is that you need to find, because Canary Spirits sing your own song. It's kind of like saying, are you living for you or are you living for someone else? There's something else tied to that. What is that? Not even just are you living for you, but are you putting on a face, putting up a facade? Are you trying to live in someone else's image, but it isn't really suiting you? You know what I mean? Like you try really hard to live the way people want you to live, and it's just not working out because you're just not happy. I hope that makes sense. I feel like that's going to resonate for some of you for sure, that message in particular. Let's see. Magical spell cards. These cards are less of like delivering kind of like an oracle thing. They feel like more of something we need to focus on, I think. Yeah. What do we as a collective need to focus on to bring in the abundance, to bring in some joy into our lives? Okay, I like this. There's actually 2 cards. The second one is like really stuck behind this. Oh, all right. I like this. Bottom of the deck, true love, come to me. I feel like some of you out there are absolutely looking for love. You might still be healing though, underneath that. But the cards that come out, and I do like them. What we need to focus on, romance and friendship. So the friends that we have, the friends that we're close with, the ones that we absolutely want to keep into our lives, we need to make sure that we're still putting energy into these things. We need to make sure that we're still tending to the relationship because we don't really want them to falter, right? And on the other hand, there is romance. So those of us who are in a relationship maybe focus on keeping the romance alive, right? I know sometimes it's a little difficult. Sometimes we get a little snarky with each other. It's just the way life is. Love, like once it hits you, it's absolutely a choice to keep it going, right? You choose to continue to love this person, okay? And I have to point out 2 + 3 is 5, 1 + 4 is 5. These cards are absolutely intertwined. For some of you, romance and friendship are one and the same. You might be falling in love with a friend. For others of you, I want to say in a relationship, maybe remember what brought you together. Remember the friendship that you have, because that's the other thing that comes with love. Oftentimes people who are in love will say, I'm with my best friend and I couldn't be happier, right? And that's the relationship that so many people aim for. Okay, so the goal in all of this is to cultivate our relationships in a way that make them stronger, make them long lasting. But it's also kind of saying, I want to say, make sure you're staying true to yourself. So this might mean maybe you're just keeping up a friendship to keep up appearances. Maybe you don't really want to let it go because, oh, I think it's cool. We've known each other so long, things like that. But is this relationship actually serving you? It's things like that. I get the feeling here that a lot of what's coming through, I feel like there's going to need to be some letting go from the relationships that aren't serving us, the ones that are kind of making us feel like this poverty consciousness, this 5 of Pentacles energy from that prison wife card. Make sure we're still tending to the things we love and we're not putting too much energy into things that, even though we love them, aren't loving us back, is how I want to put that. So let's see what insight the tarot has in all of this. Yeah. Okay. For some of you, first out, this is going to be someone that you've known for a very long time. With the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles, this is a friendship or relationship that has been cultivated for quite a while. I want to say 7 of Pentacles is putting in the work, really taking the time to grow something and lay down roots here, okay? It's sprouted, it's taken root, it's established. 6 of Cups says to me that this is absolutely something that has come from the past with you. You've carried it with you. I feel like lately with this 5 of Wands, you've kind of been feeling as though you have to really fight for this person's attention. You really have to try to shine the brightest, I want to say. Don't know if a lot of you are really feeling that too much anymore, because we do have the 6 of Swords. You are currently going through a time of transformation. For some of you, I just heard you're literally evolving. you're really shedding the skin of who you were, I want to say. So sometimes when this happens, we can't really bring everyone with us, right? Because we don't always grow in the same path. Um, I recently did a reading for Taurus that was, I titled it Growing in Two Different Directions. It's kind of a similar energy that I'm feeling here. Not saying that you absolutely have to be a Taurus or dealing with a Taurus. It's just a similar energy in that whoever you were with, friends with, whatever this relationship was, it's lasted quite a while, but lately you're not really feeling it, I want to say. And it's partly because of the growth that you're going through. Whatever path you're on isn't quite aligned with this person the way it once was. So it's almost as though you're trying to hold on to it, but you don't really want to let it go, if that makes sense. You've gotten the boat, you're sailing the coast, but you haven't really gone out into open ocean yet. Okay, and that's where Swan Spirit is coming in and saying it's time for a deep dive. It's time to go into deeper waters, uncharted waters. It's really time to go somewhere you've never been before. And in this case, it might mean leaving people behind, which I know is very difficult. The other card that came out here is the King of Wands. This doesn't necessarily feel like your energy. In some cases, it kind of does. It's like a trailblazing kind of energy I'm feeling, but mostly it feels like the kind of person that you're dealing with, someone who is very confident and self-assured, doesn't really seem to be afraid of anything, sort of thing. But at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Seven of Swords, which is not something that's really putting off some great energy. I get the feeling that this High Priestess, you're kind of aware of some shady stuff going on. Three of Pentacles, I really don't like to read this as a third party, but that's kind of where this is coming through. Like there's someone else involved who is maybe kind of meddling in this relationship or really causing some discontent. Whatever it is, it's not really working anymore, right? So let's see. Let's have a little bit more, and then we'll do some clarification. The Ten of Wands. Whatever this relationship is, it's really begun to feel like a burden. And I honestly get the feeling that you're ready to set this down. Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles here. Whatever you're putting into this, you're not getting the same back anymore. I get the feeling that you've been fairly generous with this person in this relationship, and it feels like, you see, this pentacle here is solid on this Two of Pentacles. The other one up here feels ethereal, right? It's kind of just like a puff of air. It's just words. It hasn't really come into the physical realm yet, and I feel as though you're starting to think that it's never going to. Like this person has just become all talk. Whether it's something as simple as, yeah, no, we'll hang out. We totally are gonna hang out. We can do this. We'll make time, and then they never make time. You're like, well, I'm free. Like, let's do this. And something is always up with them. They always have a reason that they can't do this. That kind of is kind of how it feels. I feel as though with the Hermit and the Knight of Cups, this feels more like with the Hermit, as though like when you're feeling alone and they recognize like, oh, I haven't actually put some time into this person for a while, they kind of swing right on through with this nice message, just like, hey, like let's actually do this. Let's finally hang out. Let's, again, nice words. Every now and then they might actually follow up on them, but it feels like it's just enough to keep you coming back. You know what I mean? Like with this little bit of light in here in this person, it kind of has star energy where it's just kind of like wishful thinking, just like you hold on to that little bit of hope that things are going to change, things are going to get better, and they still don't change, they still don't get better. Four of Swords here. I get the feeling that it's been a lot for you to deal with, a lot for you to process, but you're finally pulling yourself out of feeling the lack from this person. You're healing yourself because you're the only one that can do it, and nothing this person says is really making enough of a difference. They're not changing, nothing's happening. You're just trying to be okay, trying to be better about it, right? And then we have here King of Pentacles, which again feels like a completely different person entirely. And the cards that have come out with this king honestly feel so much better. It feels like this person really has your back. And I get the feeling that you feel that way too. 10 of Pentacles here, we have the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. So like this is someone new and you're just like, yeah, I'm down with this. I'm down with the new. I'm good to, move on. I'm good to be happy. If it's romantic, start a relationship with this person. Commit to this person. Like start something new with them. That's kind of where you're at with this new person. And it's come at the heels of this healing energy, right? Once again, at the bottom of the deck with that 10 of Wands, justice is underneath it. It's kind of just like, we need the balance. There isn't any balance here, and I'm kind of sick of it. And it feels like you're kind of, if you haven't already, you're trying to tell this person how you're feeling. 10 of Swords, it will be a conversation. It's not gonna end well because that's the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords never really ends well. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of hurt feelings, there's a lot of betrayal. And with that 7 of Swords that was underneath the deck the first time, that's likely where this is stemming from. Queen of Swords feels like a cutting out energy. Again, from the beginning of your reading, cutting out the things that aren't serving us, cutting out the things that make you feel lack. And I get the feeling that you're standing firm on this, which is really good. There's a lot of anxiety here. It's really hurting. Honestly, there's a 3 of Swords energy coming through here, even though it hasn't shown up, but it's just 9 of Swords and 5 of Swords combined. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. It really has you up in your head, but sticking firm to your boundaries, the things you say to this person, really shakes up their world. Really throws them for a loop. 7 of Swords. They didn't really see it coming, and honestly, they should have with the High Priestess, because, I mean, they know how they were treating you, right? They know what they were doing. I think they kind of felt like it was going to keep going the way it's always been, because this is such a long-standing relationship. This is someone that you've known for such a long time. So why would it not keep going the way it's going, right? But you're saying no, putting your foot down, really shaking up this foundation. And I feel walking away entirely, even though the 8 of Cups hasn't come out. I do feel like a good many of you are just going to be like, no, I can't do this anymore. Goodbye. Because they're not changing. I don't see them changing. Yeah, I just don't. I wanted more information on this King of Swords, or not King of Swords, sorry, King of Wands. I don't know where King of Swords came from. Yeah, again, 5 of Swords, this time in the reverse. So it feels like they're not feeling it, they're dishing it. Yeah, it's the same stuff, you guys, the same stuff. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups underneath that, Strength, the Tower. But a lot of this stuff is just all the same. Like 5 of Swords in the reverse, like I said, they're not taking it, they're dishing it out. They're making you feel like you need to compete. You're not good enough. You're never going to win, right? 7 of Pentacles, this is something that has gone on for a very long time. This is a long-standing relationship. And it's like it's never enough. The 8 of Pentacles, because like 8 of Pentacles also is kind of like a perfection energy. For me, it's strong Virgo energy, wanting to do it and do it right. It has to be perfect. It has to be immaculate. A little bit of Capricorn in there too. I mean, it is Pentacles, so. But it's like this person is shining this coin, and it's already shiny, right? It's already really dang shiny. Why does it need to be better? Why does it need to be more? Well, because it's not good enough for them, right? So again, Knight of Cups, the same energy we had here. Three of Pentacles came out again. Judgment. Again, we have King of Pentacles and then Two of Pentacles. So it's like choosing between these two people, but to me it almost feels like the choice is kind of a no-brainer, right? But for posterity's sake, we will clarify this King of Pentacles just to see. But honestly, they're letting other people have opinions. They're letting other people, I'm going to say, butt in, um, especially if this isn't like a romantic thing. If this is just like work or a friendship, they're letting other people really poke their noses into your relationship. They might even be sharing some gossip with them, but either way, they always come around to you like they're the good guy, right? They're the ones that are going to save the day, but they're really not. I mean, karma's showing up here. Um, and they're not cultivating good karma for themselves. I just got to say that. So, let's give this a good shuffle. And then see what that King of Pentacles is. Because it's that Two of Pentacles that came out, like you are going to be making some kind of decision, and it feels like it's between these two people. But let's see. King of Pentacles, what is this? Yeah. King of Pentacles, again, this could be someone else that you've known for quite a while. Someone else you've had in your life for a bit. Someone who's, I feel like, always had your back, always there to fight with you, not against you, really willing to help you stand firm and just, I want to say, like, build a wall around you. Again, protect you. I feel like they've seen you at your worst. You've seen them at their worst with this Three of Swords and the Hangman as well. They might be waiting. It's a question for another clarification. I almost wonder if they have feelings for you and they've just been kind of waiting while you deal with this King of Wands person, and that's part of where this Three of Swords is coming from. Three of Cups, Six of Wands. They really want your attention. They really want your love. King of Cups. They're just kind of hanging off on the sidelines, I feel like, but they're there. They're always there. Um, Ten of Wands and Shadow Side. Shadow Side is the devil in the traditional Rider-Waite. So again, I feel like this person is always willing to really share the load with you, really fight with you, not against you. This person is a new beginning with the full Three of Wands. This person has kind of been waiting for their moment. And I get the feeling that this feels like their moment to them, where they can come in and just really be there for you with the Empress. Really just make sure you know that you're loved and taken care of and that sort of thing. What else do we have on this King of Pentacles, please? Anything? Two of Cups. Like, this is your person, right? They're your partner, right? I love that. Magician at the bottom of the deck, someone you've been manifesting. I feel like someone who's been manifesting you. And again, the King of Pentacles, like right here, King of Swords. Yeah, that's where that was coming from, Knight of Swords. Like, it's like this person is kind of sitting there beside you, just been like, I'm here, I've been here this whole time. Like, I know you're unhappy, but I'm right here, kind of energy. I really like this. It kind of makes me feel like like, I don't want to say they're being opportunistic, but kind of, kind of. Um, there was something else I wanted. Has this person always had feelings for the viewer? I kind of want to say no. Um, I don't want to say always. I want to say it kind of feels a little more recent. Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, but they've been keeping it to themselves. Because I mean, the first card that came out was Nine of Swords. So when you ask a yes or no question, you get a Nine of Swords. It's like no, but it kind of feels like it's recent and more like they've just woken up to the idea, if that makes sense. Especially with the Justice card here as well. It's like they finally see the truth and now they're kind of moving towards it, right? Because again, the Two of Cups has come out. So I don't feel like for any of you who might just be like, oh, the King of Pentacles is seeming opportunistic and you're really just jumping on it. And no, it doesn't really feel like it's invalidating your friendship or whatever relationship you have. It just kind of feels like oh, well, this is new. I'm feeling this now. But it's not my place. I can't really say anything yet. Lover's strength and Three of Swords again. It feels like it's starting to hurt them. It's really starting to really weigh on them. I want to say, but I mean, they're there. They're waiting. Yeah. See, it kind of feels like this message, what we all need to hear is there's someone in our lives who we've been carrying with us for a very long time, and it kind of feels like we need to let them go, right? Because they're just not showing up for this relationship the way they used to, and things aren't the way that they are. We care about a person who is evolved and is no longer that same person, right? Because we're no longer the same people we were 10 years ago either. That's kind of how I'm feeling this. Not saying that you've known this person for 10 years. You very well could have. But yeah, it feels like you really need to go within and just see like, is this actually serving me anymore? Is this actually worth me continuing to try and put time and effort into? Because it doesn't feel like it, right? But there is someone here who's willing to stand by you. Okay. I don't know if you're aware of them yet. I don't know. You might be now, as of this reading, some things might click. I hear for some of you, start to make a little bit more sense. This is going to be a little bit different for everyone. Like I said, it doesn't feel all love related. Some of this does feel just like you've had a really, like someone you thought was your best friend hasn't been feeling like your best friend anymore. And now this new person is kind of filling that role. It's hard to let go of the people we've carried with us for so long, but it kind of feels like the message here is that we need to learn to let go and move on because it's happening whether we like it or not. And learning to let go is just going to make things easier. Okay? That's the message. That's what Spirit wanted me to share with you all. So if this resonated, please drop a like down below. It lets me know I've tapped into your energies, which as a tarot reader is super important. Just because I aim to give the most accurate message that I possibly can. And then if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have already, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's really helping me to continue to keep this channel going and help it grow. So yeah, you have my utmost appreciation, and I really wish you all the best. Okay, take care of yourselves.